Hi everybody, and welcome back to today. So today I thought I'd speak about mental health, and the reason is being the editor or editorial chief of happening.com, which if you ever want to know the truth of what's actually going on in the world and you don't want the biased BS you normally get from newspapers, go and take a look, because I will tell you the truth, whether people like it or not, and no matter how much trouble I will get in. Okay, I always do. Don't take party political routes. Now, because of that, and because of my own mental health over the years, I decided to start doing a few videos about it. Now, anybody that knows me doesn't really know me, because I don't really talk to anybody at all. Not even my wife, not even my children will I speak to it about. Okay, I keep it private because it's only one person's business, which is mine, which is 99.99999% my biggest problem. So over the last decade, I've been diagnosed with anxiety, and I've been diagnosed with depression, which I'm also being treated for at the moment. Okay, which is depressing in itself, because I have slated people over the years for being on antidepressants. I've absolutely slaughtered them. Okay, so a bit like in the film Crocodile Dundee, as they say, go and get a mate, go and have a few beers and talk to somebody about if you've got a problem. Still remember that line. There is an element of truth in it, but I was categorically wrong for saying it, because everything catches up with people eventually. And my biggest problem is I never spoke about things, and I just buried them in a deep, dark place until one day they all came out, and I crashed. And over the years, I've probably crashed on about 4 or 5 occasions. Recently, I really did crash. I really crashed big time and did some really stupid things in the process, which I hope certain people don't find out about, because I will get aggro over it, because it was stupid to do. But the reality is, what is it actually like living with depression? What is depression? And even for somebody who's been diagnosed with it, I can't actually answer that, because I only got diagnosed with depression because my wife threatened me. Literally, she threatened me. Her and her best friend said to me I wasn't my normal self. Her best friend complained I hadn't cracked onto her or hit on her or any of those types of things which she's used to. Okay, and my wife had been making comments, but I hadn't been my normal self for months. Okay, so she said, you either go to the doctors or I'm going to section you. I didn't really fancy the thought of being sectioned, to be honest. Don't really like being a statistic, even though we are always statistics, whether we like it or not. So I phoned up the doctor, and on my way to the doctors, I said to my wife, I said, I'm fine, there's nothing wrong, I can deal with everything and everything, because like Jordan Peterson, and I know a lot of people don't like Jordan Peterson, but Jordan Peterson does speak a lot of sense a lot of the time. He speaks a lot of crap as well, but statistically, if anybody's going to suffer from depression, it's normally men, because they have to have the broader shoulders, they have to protect everybody, you know. They have all the financial worries, they have to protect their partners, whether that's male or female, they have to protect all the children. Yeah, maybe I've done a bad job of protecting my children, but that's my personal guilt. And men have to do all of that, and they won't complain about it, and they just suck it up and deal with it. But eventually, everybody has a breaking point, and they can only take so much before they do break. So, as I said, what is it actually like? So when I went to this appointment, I said to the doctor, there's nothing wrong with me, I'm perfectly fine. So he started asking me questions, and I thought, shit. You know, are you eating? No. Are you sleeping? No. I can't remember what else they actually asked me. Do you get irritable? Oh shit. No, I'm really in strife. You know, and it's like cross. So by the time they stopped asking me the questions, said, will you go and see a counsellor? Do I have a choice? Prescribed me antidepressants. And the reality is, I didn't actually feel any different to my normal self. Yes, the other day, I was crying on the beach. And I won't tell people why I was crying on the beach. And apart from that, I felt like my normal self, but I still got diagnosed. So when it comes to the answer, what it's actually like, I actually have trouble answering that question. Now that may be because I live a lot of my life in denial, and I tend to be a bit delusional. When I say delusional, I try denying the mistakes I've made in my life. And a lot of it boils down to the categoric, massive errors of judgment and guilt I live with every single day for things I've done, or things I haven't done but I should have done. And that's why I say I live with guilt. Now, for anybody that's watching this, if you are going through a rough period, to be honest, it's not anything to be ashamed of. You know, there's plenty of people out there that can actually help you if you actually want the help. Because from my point of view, you're better off getting the help before it gets to the worst situation. And I know this myself, you know, because I know people that have taken their own lives, and you do not want to be going down that route because you cause more damage, or you start self-harming or doing something stupid like that. So even if it's a case of going to see your doctor or getting in touch with an organisation, go and do it. Go and do it. You do not want to be crashed. You do not want to crash and burn like I did, or go and do something stupid. Because the reality is, you cannot turn the clocks back. You really can't. So make the smart decision and just get yourself sorted out by going to see somebody. So I hope this helps somebody, even if only one person watches this. It's worth it. Okay, so thanks for watching for now, and I'll speak to you all again a bit later.